Welcome to the Deep Dive. Get ready, because today we're plunging into, well, the mother of all sporting events, the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, it's huge.
We're talking a seismic shift in global football, 48 teams battling it out across North America. That's the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
It's a massive footprint.
A staggering 104 matches, I think, in 16 different cities.
It truly is on a scale we haven't really seen before. The sheer logistics, moving that many teams and potentially millions of fans around, it's mind-boggling. And it naturally brings up a crucial question for anyone even thinking about going.
Yeah.
Where on earth is everyone going to stay?
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've sifted through a ton of information, really, to bring you a smart way to tackle the accommodation puzzle.
Right.
Forget the, frantic hotel searches for a minute. We're focusing on how VRBO could be your secret weapon
Ah, interesting approach.
for a personalized and, dare I say, maybe more comfortable World Cup experience.
And our goal here isn't just about finding a place to crash after a match, right?
Definitely not.
We want to show you how using something like VRBO can actually elevate your entire trip. Offer a unique level of flexibility, comfort, maybe even a touch of luxury.
Make it memorable.
Exactly. Something that can make your World Cup adventure truly unforgettable.
Okay, so the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
it's obviously massive. We
Right.
know that. But just how massive are we talking here? Put it in perspective.
Well, think about it. This isn't just a game. It's a global cultural phenomenon that grips billions worldwide. Billions.
Right?
And having North America step up to host on this scale, it really underscores the region's capacity for handling these huge international events. We're talking about some of the biggest metropolitan areas on the continent becoming, temporary hubs of global football fever. Their already impressive stadiums are taking center stage.
And with that kind of global spotlight, you just know there's going to be a stampede of fans. FIFA's anticipating selling around 7 million tickets.
7 million.
7 million. That just gives you a sense of the sheer volume of people who will be on the move.
Absolutely, and the economic impact. It's going to be enormous for these host cities, touching everything from hospitality, ticket sales, transport, food, merchandise, the lot. What's really interesting, though, is this increasing demand we're seeing for a more premium experience.
Right.
People aren't just showing up for the 90 minutes on the pitch. They're looking for a high-quality, really memorable trip overall.
Which must be why they're expecting to have around 1 million premium hospitality packages available. 1 million.
Yeah, that figure really highlights the appetite for an upscale kind of experience.
So the takeaway here is clear. If you're even considering going, you need to be thinking about your plans, like now. Especially where you're going to lay your head.
Without a doubt. Securing your accommodations well in advance is going to be absolutely critical. Waiting too long, well, it'll likely mean fewer options, probably higher prices, and maybe less desirable locations.
So let's talk specifics then. VRBO, you mentioned it. In a sea of hotels, why is this a particular interesting option for something as huge as the World Cup?
Well, we're seeing this really interesting evolution in how people travel, They're often looking for more than just a standard hotel room. They want unique experiences, things that extend beyond the event itself.
Okay.
And this is where VRBO offers a compelling advantage for World Cup travelers. It allows for a level of personalization and comfort that can sometimes be harder to find in those traditional hotel settings.
Okay, so it's more than just having a place to sleep. What are some of the specific benefits that make VRBO stand out for a major event like this one?
Think about having access to luxury accommodations that can genuinely rival and sometimes, honestly, even surpass what you might find in a high-end hotel.
Really?
Yeah, many VRBO properties come with fantastic amenities, maybe a private pool, hot tub, a top-notch entertainment system for, reliving the match highlights.
Nice.
And some even offer concierge-style services. They can help with things like sorting out transportation to the stadiums or getting you those tricky restaurant reservations.
So you could essentially create your own little high-end retreat right in the heart of the World Cup action.
Precisely. And think about if you're traveling with a group.
Yeah, good point.
Many VRBO rentals offer these really spacious living areas. They become fantastic hubs for pre-game strategizing or maybe some post-match analysis.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to host your own watch parties. If you can't get tickets to every single game you want to see, it just fosters a much more social, connected experience.
That makes total sense, especially when you factor in traveling with friends or family.
Yeah.
Instead of being spread across multiple hotel rooms, you're all kind of together under one roof.
And from a practical standpoint, too, when you're traveling as a group, renting a larger VRBO in a prime location near the venues, it can often provide better value for money compared to booking, say, multiple equivalent hotel suites.
Right. The cost per person could work out better.
Exactly. Plus, it really caters to that growing trend of premium sports tourism we mentioned. People seem willing to invest a bit more for a more immersive and, frankly, comfortable trip.
Okay, let's dive into some real-world examples then. If someone is heading to Miami, for instance, for matches at Hard Rock Stadium, what kind of VRBO options might they find?
Okay, Miami. In that area, including nearby spots like Hollywood, Florida, and Dania Beach, there's a really diverse range of VRBO properties available.
Good to know.
What's great is the proximity many of these offer, not just to the stadium itself, but also to other local attractions if you want to explore a bit beyond the games.
Makes sense.
You'll find everything from, cozy apartments perfect for a couple maybe, to larger houses that can easily accommodate bigger groups traveling together.
So a real mix.
Yeah, and of course you can expect standard amenities like full kitchens, Wi-Fi, and often some great outdoor spaces too, especially in Florida.
Sounds like a solid base for anyone planning to catch the World Cup action down in Miami. What about some of the other major U.S. host cities? If someone's looking for a more luxurious experience, what can VRBO offer there?
Yeah, across the major U.S. host cities, the luxury VRBO market really comes into its own. These premium rentals often feature those high-end amenities we talked about, private heated pools, perhaps dedicated concierge services to help manage your stay, and usually very stylish, top-of-the-line decor. It's really about creating a truly luxurious home away from home, somewhere you can relax and recharge in style amidst all the World Cup excitement.
Now, flipping the coin. For the budget-conscious fans out there, because let's face it, a World Cup trip can add up pretty quickly, are there still good VRBO options available?
Oh, absolutely. VRBO has a wide range of properties to suit different budgets. You can definitely find more affordable rentals.
Okay.
They might be in areas a little further out from the immediate stadium vicinity, but maybe still offer good access via public transportation. That can be a really smart way to balance cost and convenience.
And what kind of essential amenities can travelers on a tighter budget still expect to find in these VRBOs? Are they just bare bones?
No, not necessarily. Even in more budget-friendly options, many VRBOs still offer really valuable amenities like full kitchens and maybe in-unit laundry facility.
That's key for longer stays.
Exactly. These can make a big difference in reducing your overall travel expenses, especially if you're planning a longer stay. You avoid eating out for every single meal or paying for external laundry services.
Right.
And VRBO's search filters are incredibly useful here.
Yeah.
You can specify your budget and any must-have amenities to really narrow down your options effectively.
That's really practical advice. So for those looking at the more affordable end of the spectrum, what's the key? How do they actually nail down a good booking?
The number one rule, honestly, is to book as far in advance as possible.
Get in early.
Yes. Prices are almost guaranteed to rise as the World Cup gets closer, and those more budget-friendly options, they tend to get snapped up really quickly.
Makes sense.
Also, it's worth looking specifically for properties that offer flexible cancellation policies. That just gives you some peace of mind, in case your plans need to change unexpectedly.
Okay. So it really all circles back to planning ahead, doesn't it?
It really does.
When should people who are serious about going to the 2026 World Cup
Right.
actually start looking at VRBO for their accommodations? What's the timeline?
Look, given the sheer scale of this event and the anticipated demand, it's crucial to start your planning and VRBO booking as early as you possibly can.
How early is early?
We're talking at least a year out, minimum, especially if you have your sights set on those premium properties in the host cities, or if you want to secure one of those more budget-friendly gems.
Okay, a year. Wow.
Once the official FIFA World Cup ticket sales begin, you can bet the best locations will likely get booked up very quickly.
That makes perfect sense. So it's not just about waiting to see if you score tickets first.
Yeah.
Locking down your accommodation should really be a parallel process in your initial planning stages.
Exactly. You want to try and coordinate your VRBO booking with your flight reservations and ideally your match ticket purchases. Create that cohesive, sort of stress-free travel plan. VRBO offers a real advantage here because it lets you potentially secure accommodations near the stadiums before the major price surges that are almost certain to happen closer to the event.
So booking early through VRBO isn't just about having a place to sleep. It's actually about giving yourself the best chance at having a great overall experience and, frankly, avoiding a lot of potential headaches later on.
Absolutely. Even the CEO of VRBO has publicly recommended booking early for the 2026 World Cup, especially with those premium hospitality packages expected to go on sale maybe even later this year.
Um,
That
um,
early activity at the higher end of the market, it's just going to create even more pressure on the availability of all types of accommodations right down the line.
got it. Okay, let's maybe run through some quick FAQs then, some of the key questions people might have rattling around. First up, just to clarify, where are these host cities actually located?
Yeah, good question. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is unique because it's spread across 3 countries in North America. So you'll find host cities in the United States, including major hubs with iconic stadiums like Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, for example, but also in Canada and Mexico.
Okay, across the continent.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to start looking on VRBO right now, how do they actually go about it specifically for the World Cup?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. You just go to the VRBO website or use their app, and you search by the specific host city you're interested in visiting.
Right.
Then you can use all the various filters to refine your search based on your budget, your preferred location. Maybe you want to be within, say, 5 miles of the stadium, and any specific amenities you need, like a full kitchen or parking.
Okay. We've touched on both ends of the spectrum, luxury and budget. But what's the general range of accommodation types someone can expect to find on VRBO for the World Cup? Is it mostly houses?
No, VRBO really offers a very broad range. You've got those luxurious vacation homes we discussed,
Yeah.
the ones with all the bells and whistles, but you also have plenty of more modest but still comfortable apartments, condos, and houses. It really ensures that there are options available to suit a wide variety of travelers and budgets for the World Cup.
And for anyone specifically interested in attending the final match or maybe other games in Miami, are there definitely VRBO options available near Hard Rock Stadium?
Yes, absolutely. You'll find numerous VRBO properties listed right in Miami and the surrounding neighborhoods like Hollywood, Dania Beach, again, that offer really convenient access not only to Hard Rock Stadium for the final, but also for the bronze final and all the other matches scheduled there.
Good to know that right there. Now, we've emphasized booking early several times, but just to put a finer point on it, what would you say is a sensible timeline for securing a VRBO for 2026?
Honestly, as early as possible is truly the best approach. I know we keep saying it, but
It sounds critical.
it is. Given the unprecedented level of demand expected for this event, the most popular and best located properties are just going to get booked up incredibly quickly. Aiming to book at least a year in advance will give you the widest selection and potentially the best rates. Don't wait.
Okay, message received. What about enhancing the whole World Cup experience? Could you potentially find VRBO properties that maybe cater specifically to soccer fans or offer amenities great for hosting fellow travelers? Any themed rentals?
It's certainly possible. Some VRBO hosts might get into the spirit and offer soccer-themed decor, or perhaps have setups that are particularly well-suited for hosting groups and watch parties.
Like big TVs.
Exactly. You might find properties with large screen TVs, great outdoor entertaining areas, maybe even hosts who are really knowledgeable about the local soccer scene and can give you tips. It's definitely worth looking at the property descriptions and photos carefully to see if anything like that stands out.
Okay. And finally, for those folks who were planning to really immerse themselves in the World Cup atmosphere for more than just a few days, maybe a week, 2 weeks, longer, is VRBO a practical option for those extended stays?
Oh, absolutely. VRBO is exceptionally well suited for extended stays, I'd say.
Why is that?
Well, the availability of those full kitchens, the laundry facilities, and just generally more living space compared to a typical hotel room, it can make a longer trip much more comfortable, much more convenient, and potentially more cost effective in the long run, too. It feels more like home.
Right. So when you look at the big picture, it really seems like VRBO presents a compelling and, well, pretty advantageous way to experience the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I think so.
It's not just about finding a bed, is it? It's more about creating a personalized, comfortable home base for what promises to be a truly historic event.
Exactly. It's about leveraging the benefits, having more space, often better amenities for your needs, and crucially, that strategic advantage of planning and booking early to secure the ideal location. All of that can enhance your entire World Cup adventure.
So as you start to picture it, the electric atmosphere, the roar of the crowds, the sheer excitement of the matches, maybe take a moment to also envision the kind of unique memories, the kind of
Yeah.
comfortable home away from home experience you want to create during this landmark sporting event.
Hmm.
Exploring your VRBO options now, really digging into it, might just be the key to turning that vision into a reality for 2026.